Right. Hey guys, Jerry with Control Period Munitions with another episode of Gun Talk. I'm your host, as usual, Jared, the owner of the shop, with Buddy. Hi, Buddy. How you doing,
Buddy?
today?
Yeah.
You see Buddy?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a full field of view then. Good.
Dude, he wanted to be helping on the co-hosting today. Huh.
Right
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, the bubbles.
There's the monster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you looking up at the TV too? I can see myself.
Trying to look at him.
I'm gonna bark at it.
Right? He might, dude. He might. He's fucking vicious. Huh, dude?
Mhm.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I feel so bad. I scared him earlier today.
Yeah, you did scare him. Hey, we're not echoey. Alright, so I had to check.
I bet he's the first one downstairs when the doorbell rings.
Dude, he is on that shit.
Yeah.
So, this week's topic is entry-level ARs, recommendations, our recommendations. We'll talk about our first ARs. What we recommend, obviously, like I said, our recommendations. And then a couple websites I pulled up of different recommendations. Some of them are similar, some are not. So, I got prices written down on my sheet as far as I wanted to see what the prices were for various things. And then that way we could go over it.
At real pricing.
Right.
YouTube, we are not selling, by the way.
Right, just to
Not
make sure we
as-
figure that out.
Just to make sure.
Oh,
Right.
that's why some of these pricings are off.
They're completely weird.
Look how old some of the this one article is from
20.
last year.
I try to get the most recent.
Yeah.
So, most recent. With me as always, I haven't had enough caffeine today, is South Central. Say hello, South Central.
Hola.
South Central and I have been playing a lot of PUBG lately.
These motherfuckers and their advanced
I've been
phones.
carrying the whole team.
Bullshit. Who was MVP last night? You got off.
Me?
I
Me?
did. I got MVP.
Okay,
And then
once.
you got off before I could even talk shit.
Oh, because he was crying.
He was, dude.
Probably.
Yeah. And they were like, "Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I have to go back to work." Bullshit.
I'm a working contributor of the society. Of society.
A contributing member to a society?
A contributing member
Thank
of
you.
society.
Yeah, everything you just said made no sense.
You know what? Stop it.
It's all good.
Before I show you what's up with PUBG again.
Oh, okay, okay.
10 plus kills, MVP every game.
Oh, yeah.
Except that one time.
Different.
that one you won. Because you
Yeah.
kept on stealing my shit. You
Well,
kept
see,
on stealing my
take
kills.
Shit. You take my shit.
What are you playing with, 11-year-olds
No.
or something? Because
You
10
want-
kills?
You want to talk? You want to
Dude,
talk
we're-
about taking
we're
shit?
rocking people, man.
Because that
We
never
got-
happens on PC.
Between him, me, we get almost 20 kills between us, and then sometimes more. And then Mike add a few more to that. So we're almost up to 30 kills between all three.
Sounds like you killed half the map by yourself.
On 4-player. So we usually don't even have another person with us, just 3 versus 4.
Oh, okay. So this is like PvP.
PvP
like team
times
match.
100 people.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. You guys literally cleared half the map.
We yeah. So we're killing it,
And then Mikey always shooting out of nowhere.
right? His fast
All you hear is,
man.
fuck! My bad, guys.
Poor Mikey.
Trigger happy.
Poor Mikey. And then also Jonas. Jonas is here today as co-host.
How's everything?
Very nice, very nice.
I know you guys got to respond in chat, so I can't
Nothing
hear
yet.
Nothing.
you.
We had somebody come in the other day, asked if you were still here. What was it? Tuesday?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was. Dude, you just left. It was that day you came in and for the stuff you ordered,
Yeah.
and then you left with your dad.
That's funny.
They came in right after that. They're like, "Hey, is that that one guy still work here?" Like, okay, yeah, sure, one guy, right? And like, oh, I don't know, he's a little shorter, glasses, like Filipino. I don't know if he's Filipino. Like, it's okay, you can say he's Filipino, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they were just scared to like say like a race thing or something. And like, does he go, "Hey"? Well, I don't think I've ever heard him say that. Like, well, you need to be here when he comes on shift because that's the first thing you hear when he enters that door.
Sup, buddy?
awesome.
Or
Who was it that asked?
Yolanda something or other.
Oh,
She just bought a Glock 23. No.
Why would you buy that as your... Oh, man.
No, it's not her first gun here.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
So. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So, ARs, AR-15s. I got a couple with me so we can talk about different types of ARs. So, let's define an AR. An AR...
Armalite.
Yes! AR does not stand for assault rifle. Sorry, people in the
Or
House
automatic
of
rifle
Representatives.
either.
Or automatic.
Right.
Stands for Armalite Rifle. It's designed by Armalite Rifle Company. Actually, with James...
Eugene
Stoner. Stoner, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Keep on putting Browning in there for some odd reason. So
And technically Jim Sullivan as well. So
yeah. So Eugene Stoner developed this. There's a whole bunch of history on these. There's people that do a lot more in-depth history, so we're not going to go into that much depth. But this is typically a basic AR-15 platform. This happens to be a Colt. This is a CR-6920? Yeah, CR-6920. They're looking for the model, like, where's the model at?
I don't know how they come up with the name numbers, but
yeah, I know like certain Colts are more collectible than others and different stuff like that. So it's a basic Colt AR. It's a good AR. They all come almost the same. So it really depends. Parts quality is different. Sometimes the added features different. So, right out of the gate, you're doing pretty good if you get a good name brand. So, AR-15, as far as the rifle, it is going to be a 16-inch barrel with a stock on it. All right. So, AR again,
adjustable stock.
Huh? Adjustable
well,
stock.
not always stocks. Not
Yeah,
always.
not always. Yeah, you can have a fixed stock with a 16.
Unless you're in Cali.
You're right. So yeah, you could definitely have a fixed stock because it's only in Cali, and they're gonna have like a bolt going through it or some stupid shit.
Like how they
New
have in
Jersey's
mine.
like that too. New Jersey, yeah, you get that featureless ARs. So,
Sick.
depending on your state, where you live, here in the U.S. anyway, in case we get anybody from different countries like we did last week, right? Italy. I don't even know you can.
Italy / Germany /
Right.
I don't know what the fuck
I don't
else.
think they can own an AR over there, so, or an AR variant, because they have people over there that make ARs.
Maybe Burnett does.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah. Well,
That was
Beretta
bad.
doesn't make an AR yet. Supposedly Glock's supposed to be coming out with an AR.
I think it's just a rumor
I
mill
think
shit.
it is too. It's kind of
they've
like that.
been saying that since 03.
That Glock 1911 they're supposed to be coming out with.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for like years. It's just been a meme. So, again, this is a they call it a rifle. This is going to be a carbine type configuration, being it's a 16-inch. The legal limit for a carbine and or rifle minimum length as deemed by the ATF is 16 inches from the tip of the barrel to the chamber. If you have a 14.5-inch barrel, it has to be pinned and welded with a muzzle device equaling the same length as 16 inches. So make sure you're careful with that. And the lowest that I've seen without, for actual function, it's 13.7, which I own one of those. 13.7 is the smallest barrel I own as far as a carbine, and then with a pin and welded break. So a flash hider.
There is a popular configuration for like XM177 clone builds, but it's like a 10.5 barrel with a 6-inch long muzzle device.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Whoa! Clone correct.
Oh, sorry, clone correct. sorry, clone-ish, right?
Right.
And then you have the, I'm sorry, dude. You have an AR pistol. This is the guy that's been going, actually, this part right here, it's, supposedly it makes the gun go full auto, or does something special with it. It makes it, do a whole bunch of cool stuff with it, right?
Stabilizing arm brace.
That's all it does. It's just it's to help stabilize if you're using it for one-handed operation or some form of handicap. It helps stabilize the firearm with using a one arm. That's pretty much all it's designed to do. It doesn't help it shoot better. It doesn't help it do anything other than that. So
makes it full auto.
It does not. Because this video may get used in that court, whatever, you know what I mean? So
fact check.
Yeah.
So this is why on upper receivers I don't have a forward assist, so it doesn't go full auto.
Anyway.
Right. The bad part is you'll hear so much stuff on ARs on what makes it go full auto, what doesn't make it go full auto, what makes it an assault rifle. Or whatever it is. So, an AR pistol is deemed anything underneath 16-inch barrel length with a either pistol brace or a pistol tube. As long as the overall length isn't, 26 or 28 inches or something like that, and it's an AOW thing. Every time I try to find AOW information, the ATS website sucks. So, and I think it's going to depend on the arresting agent at that time anyway.
Does overall length change? Has it changed over time since the first designation or not?
I've heard it has. Yeah, don't quote me on that. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody. So how do you make it full auto? So you have to buy something pre-1986, and then you can then file some paperwork.
Because they no longer make full autos in the AR platform. No, sir.
For civilian use.
Yes.
So civilian use full autos has stopped in 1986, and you have to have a firearm that was actually made before then, and then you can then convert it legally after you do the paperwork and get approved. Should you own a full auto? Cool, yeah. I mean, you as an American, it's our right, right?
America.
Right. Do I think you should? If you want one. If you want to go waste ammo. If you want to replace parts often. If you want to go burn through barrels.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, it gets expensive. So...
Not, in your opinion, is it worth it?
No.
For a normal civilian?
No, it's not practical. You know, we get people in here all the time that... hey, is that one full auto? Hey, is this one full auto? Why don't you have full autos? Because we're not going to sell a full auto. Why aren't you going to sell a full auto? Because they're expensive. So like a full auto AR, for example, starts around $30,000.
Oh shit, it went up again.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So I'm just saying starts.
Oh fuck. I remember back in the day when it started around, I want to say 21 or 17 back in like 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 17 to 2009.
Right. Well, we also had more availability of firearms back then. We had a little less legislation.
Yeah.
And yeah, different other things that I'm sure are conspiracies, unless they have already been proved true. So, what else is there? Do you know where I can get a time machine so I can go by? No, I do not. Doc Brown, as far as I know, has still not made a DeLorean.
Or you could watch that episode of Robin Big.
Right. Right. Oh my god. That was horrible.
Muchacha, Susia.
Did you know that Big fucking died?
Dude, that's a long time ago now,
It
bro.
was, man.
Yeah, heart attack, I think, right?
Yeah.
Well, how could he have got a heart attack?
Oh, man. Well, he's a big dude.
Right? Freaking,
So-
you know who else died by heart attack? Nate Dogg.
That's right. Nate Dogg did, yeah.
He had like a 5-time bypass, too.
Right. Yeah, he just regulated too much.
Right? So what happens when you go hard for the street? Hey, I get it, bro.
You
Just
didn't think I knew that?
Yeah.
You didn't think I knew who Nate Dogg was?
You know who Warren G is?
Yes.
Of course.
I've owned the albums, man.
Damn, you got 213 albums?
Hell yeah.
Yo, I've never listened to one.
No?
Not the whole 3 through.
Oh,
Well, I forgot
man.
you're from SoCal.
Yeah, dude. Long Beach.
He's from the rich SoCal. I'm from the.
No,
I'm from the trenches.
Bruh.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's from like Dogtown, bro.
Right?
Like literal Dogtown.
So, where am I from?
He's from Sunset?
From the trenches.
From the trenches, yeah.
Bro, you were digging trenches.
Wow.
Just because he's brown?
Wow.
And that's what got us kicked off of there. Hell yeah, there you go. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that movie in theaters.
Right.
When did that come out?
Dude, almost 20 years now, it seems like.
Nah, it's like, well, it's
Is it
2008, I think. Yeah, 07, 08.
Damn.
It's getting
I was
close to
barely-
20 years.
Dude, I
8
did
years
promo
old.
work for that movie here for UNLV. That wasn't even in UNLV at the time.
Jeez.
We got paid in DVDs, that's it. That's serious. Because they can't pay you in money, apparently, through because you're a student or some shit. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
That's weird.
Right?
So, ARs, again, pretty basic. If you have questions on it, definitely feel free to hit us up. Put its stuff in the chat. Thanks, Jim, for chatting with that. Yes, I know who you are. But no, I appreciate that because, yeah, it helps us with this stuff, too.
Is Luis on the chat, too?
Not yet.
Oh,
It's still
for
early.
Show.
Yeah. So, basic ARs. There's several different basic ARs out there that one we recommend, we sell, that I try to keep in stock if we can get them. The Deltons. I guess it is the 316L. So that was the one that we usually, I think, carry. I never look at the model. I just usually look at the price and see what combos we can get. So whether it comes with a free float handguard or
Sometimes in an optic.
or an A2. Yeah. Sometimes it'll come with a red dot. So if they're on sale, I'll get those. That way we can, sell some that are good that are on sale. So I'll try to get some entry level Deltons. We used to sell Diamondbacks at
They
a
went
time.
up in price, right?
Yeah, some of them went up in
Yeah.
price a lot.
Yeah.
So some of the ones that we're going to talk about tonight, also when I was looking, it went up in price significantly on some of them. So
I know Diamondback started OEMing for a lot of other outfits.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, I think one that I saw was called Red Arrow, is who they OEM for. And the only reason I knew that they OEM for them is because I compared both lines of Diamondback, and they combined both to make their own trim.
yeah.
It was an interesting one. With all the Anno Red parts, because, Anno Red makes your gun, like, the coolest shit ever. Unless you go blue, so,
Huh. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we used to sell Diamondback. I didn't know that they did all that anymore. One that used to be pretty good as an entry level was Radical Firearms for a while. They're okay.
They've gone up in price.
They have gone up in price. They're not a bad one.
At the price point that they are now, I wouldn't.
Right. There's a couple other ones that in around that same price that would even be a little bit better. And that's the thing too. Like when you guys come in and or have questions and stuff, we'll try to be as honest as we can with you, and let you know, like, well, if you're gonna spend that, why don't we just do this,
Yeah.
And we want to make sure you get what's best fitting for you, and what your needs are. So, we tend to recommend, so going up, so I'm trying to go from the bottom up. Next from that would be like a Ruger AR-556, is a good one. They're actually pretty good from right from the box. The A2 front sight's a little different, so real quick, because we didn't talk about it, this is a A2 configuration. It looks like an A. Oddly enough, right? So this is an A2 front sight. This particular one also comes with a Magpul MBUS. Whoever said that?
We just call it M-Bus.
M-Bus,
Everyone
yeah.
calls it M-Bus.
I was just reading it off there, and again, that's probably because I had no caffeine. So on a standard A2, it's kind of smooth. Besides like the casting material, the Ruger AR-15 actually has slots in it, and the slots are in there to help deflect the light or break it up to where you don't lose focus on your front sight.
Like HKs.
Right. So that's kind of neat. So a little different. Also, Ruger 2 has a different style collar for this guy. That's a pain in the ass to take down, to take off your handguard, and either upgrade to a Magpul MOE style handguard or
do that again.
Huh?
With the handguard.
Yes. Yes. So to take these guys off, it's a pain. But Ruger has a threaded version, so it is a little special. It is a little different.
That's the coolest part about it.
Yeah. And that's the two things that really set the Ruger apart from some of the other manufacturers. Their warranty's also really good too, and a lot of the other brands. I mean, the warranty's pretty good. We try to get good brands, and recommend good ones. Because stuff breaks, stuff doesn't last forever, and they pretty much warranty it everything, minus neglect and your normal basic stuff that breaks, after X amount of rounds.
With that quote, you got to pull up the one from Knight Roxbury about the fake flowers. You don't remember the quote?
No.
Let me find it. Just because it's like the greatest quote on the synthetic flowers.
Yeah.
Let me see.
You find it?
I'm looking for it. Where is it?
So while he's looking that up, next one I would say would be like the Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2.
Oh, here it is. Found it.
All
right. So the quote about things lasting forever. It says in here, women in flower store. How long will they last? Steve says. Well, they'll last forever because they're silk. They'll always be there. They'll never die. They'll never change. They'll never say you're not good looking. They'll always be in your room where you left them and not suddenly move out to the guest house. One of the best movies ever.
Dude, Night of the Roxbury, that was a good movie.
Dude, I have like 3 copies of that DVD.
What? Why do you have 3 copies?
Just like Borat, it's like when you go panic, it's like, where's my fucking movie? And it's like one of my favorites. It's like, fuck it, I'll buy it from the parking bin at Walmart because it used to be there all the time. $5.
This motherfucker.
Bro, it's one of those movies, alright?
You're a movie hoarder.
Yo. Borat and Knight Roxbury, they need to be requirements for citizenship.
Yes.
See?
Yes. So, dude, every time I listen to that song or I hear it on like the radio, I think of that movie, and my head starts.
See?
Bobbing.
Dun, 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 dun,
You probably had to replace the window in your Camaro, didn't you?
Dude, I did.
Vegas Patriot says hola.
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 What's going on, man?
Frank, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is Frank.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. Remember it was like American Pie where he pulls out like the videos. He says one of them's called "Say Hola to My Hola."
What?
Okay, my bad.
So M&P Sport 2s would be like one of the next ones. That's actually one of the most popular AR-15s out there is the M&P Sport 2.
It's a good one.
It is. It's a really good one. Most of the time, you're going to have it to where it is going to be a basic AR, and right around the $700 to $800 mark. They have a lot of other configurations, which I have different prices here too, up to different MSRPs when I looked up, and got expensive. Because you could get a really high-end M&P if you really wanted to.
And the good thing about it, lots of them are department approved.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about the M&P Sport 2. In case
the
you need
Ruger
one.
isn't. The Ruger is not department approved here. But yeah, that's I think the only like low-level one that is.
Yeah.
entry level anyway.
Exactly.
So, the Sport 2, if you're wondering, yes, there was a Sport 1. Some of you guys may or may not know it was a sporter
The
option.
difference was the forward assist, right?
Didn't have a forward assist. Yep.
What is a forward assist?
The forward assist the forward action. So if you have a firearm, so clear, if it is not going into battery, like it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Can you?
You got to get a little bit closer.
A little bit closer. All right. Oh, all right. Hopefully it doesn't twist the box. So
It's throwing off the balance. There you
you're
go.
gonna see this little space right there, and if you don't get it all the way in there, you're going to hit it. Okay.
Yep.
They actually train you to press check, and then or to chamber and press check in the military. So a lot of people overseas they naturally check that. Here in the States, we'll probably never ever use it.
Yeah.
So
I heard some bullshit that the forward assist makes it full auto too.
you know, fucking Call of Duty, man. So
Sick.
right. So also this AR particular is trained already. It sits there. It sits better than my dog does, huh? Yeah, he doesn't just sit there.
It's just buddy.
He does once in a while.
Right. So yeah, it's just gonna sit there, and you tell it, make sure it doesn't do any mass shootings, all that other fun stuff, and it won't do it.
Yeah.
He'll never tell you you're not good looking.
Right. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice.
How much?
So.
Stupid.
Oh Jesus, where was I? So yeah, the Sport 2, there was a Sport 1. Didn't last that long, but it was not very popular. You know what? I'm taking that back. It was because it was like $500. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like $550.
Like the original pricing for the Ruger AR-556.
And then there was a gun scare.
2012.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember that era.
right. And it went from $500 to I think to $1,500.
I have 2012 flashbacks.
Yeah. So
This motherfucker, he's like, oh shit.
yeah. So that was like a
22 for
pre-COVID
$75.
gun scare. If you guys are not remembering that one, 22 went up from like nothing cents around to a lot of cents around. So, and then to very scarce 22.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, there was a 22 scare. There were a lot of other legislation they were going to try to outlaw different stuff. Green tips they were trying to, I think, outlaw back then too. The 5.7 might have been after that. There were some other rounds they were trying to outlaw right then too. So, M&P Sport 2, a lot of good configurations. They have the basic model like this Colt here. They have the Magpul version. They have the free float. So free float, real quick, is a free float design where it does not have an A2 or anything supporting onto. Yeah, it is like this guy, this 10.5-inch AR pistol. So this particular one is a free float, and that's its designation of what it's called. That, and it is better. A lot of people prefer the free float over the A2. A2 is a very accurate sight system. So, a lot of people just don't like either the way it looks aesthetically or how it feels. Some people don't like the traditional style. It's up to you. It's preference.
Yeah.
So, if you like it, go with it. If you don't like it, whatever. So,
MP Sport 2 also comes in a California fin configuration.
they do.
Well, that was my first rifle, actually.
It was, right.
M&P Sport 2.
Yeah, a lot of people's first rifles, and it's not a bad rifle system. The one thing I don't like about M&Ps when you get them is the twist rate in the barrel.
Was it 1.9?
1 in 9.
1.9?
1 in 9.
That was 1.7.
It's not that bad.
No, I mean that's the bottom level of modern rifles, though, for 5.56 stuff.
True. But I think the original twist rate of ARs was what, 120 or 112?
It was 1 in 12.
Okay.
It was 1 in 12.
Yeah.
And wasn't that good, but also a lot of those were M16 almost configuration, so you had your 18, 20 inch.
Yeah.
So you're almost in the same boat as far as that goes.
Twist rate, as far as that goes, it means there's one twist per every, say, 7, 8, or 9 inches, depending on the twist rate.
Gotcha.
Meaning the range of bullet that you're shooting out of it should be an X amount of grain or weight to fulfill the need to give you more accuracy downrange. So in a 1 in 9 twist rate, if I remember right, the 55 grain, Jim says it's 1 in 22. That's really high.
But that's a 1958, though. So,
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Why are we missing Charlie all the time? We're just keyholing them. We're just slapping them in the face with a round because it's like this.
Bruh.
So, 55 grain, I think, is the highest grain you can shoot accurately out of the 1 in 9 at distance. 55 grain is one of the most common grainage for 223 5.56, and also too. Oh, was it? Oh, he put 1 in 22. Oh, it is 1 in 12. Okay. Jim looked, so he was just guessing, and I guess I was right. So yay!
For sure.
You did a thing.
I did a thing. I'm right every once in a while.
Yeah, Danny.
Right.
Oh.
Hey.
my God.
So-
You like that?
So,
Hey, yo.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry.
Let's go.
Defending my friend here.
so I get shot.
Spend your final moments.
Right, enjoying talking about AR-15s. But you'll when I speak about 5.56, 223 also too, and in AR configurations they have them all in different calibers and different things too. You could get a whole variation of calibers. We're not going to go over the different configurations because it's entry level stuff, and that's a very long topic. But 5.56 is generally going to be the most available entry level AR configuration as of after I think 2010.
Yeah.
When
right.
they used to mostly come in 223 Remington configurations. So it was a big thing, and it's still out there on the internet, making sure that your AR-15 is chambered in 5.56 NATO, or 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO, depending on how you look it up. So the 5.56, the chambering is a little different because of the necking and the pressure in the 5.56. If I remember right from what I learned, the 223 Remington is about the same diameter. It will still chamber in a 5.56 and shoot fine. So you can shoot both calibers and you're good. Before that, you did have to worry as 5.56 would not chamber properly and or fire properly. So does it shoot steel? What shoots steel?
AKs, dude.
Right? Well, we're not talking about AKs. We don't care about communist guns.
Hey. You're insulting Jonas right now.
Whoa,
Yeah, it's okay.
Whoa.
We can
It's
look at the
okay.
ratings what your AR-15 can take. So, we'll get to those questions here in a second. From the M&P Sport 2, the ones that we recommend from that would go up from the 800 up range, which is going to be like your, the price went up. SIG M400 tread went up in price. It used to be very reasonable. It used to be about $800.
Yeah,
that's
so
what it says right there on the paper.
That's what it says on the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a recent article too. And when I checked, the cost went up a lot.
Let me see how much is it.
And then the other than that, the SIG M400 tread would be the IWI Zion.
Shit, that thing's expensive.
No, that's still under $1,000.
Oh, it's under $1,000 still?
Still under $1,000.
The basic one, right?
Yeah. So that's a good entry level AR system.
The 400 tread? No?
Yeah, M400 tread, yeah.
Let me see, how much is it?
After that, you would have like the Springfield Saint or right around that. We tend not to carry those because they have so many different variations, and it's always like the variation that we have that nobody wants.
And they're hard to get in.
Yeah, they are hard to get in. Yeah, well, see, that's you're on guns.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The snake bite looks dope.
dude, it does. It really does. Yeah. So
Snake
I
bite's a
think
good
that's the
drink.
one I have as the MSRP up to.
Have you had snake bite as a drink?
No.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I think Wyndham's are right around $1,000.
Oh,
What
window.
type of California
Yeah.
bullshit is this?
Yeah, everybody like mass or distributor wise or manufacturer wise
Yeah.
that wants to sell something cool that has to make a California.
I'm
You know,
telling you, I still want to make a featureless full auto
Bruh.
yeah, I don't know,
just as a flex gun.
right?
Like,
Look what I got.
and
Yeah.
SBR.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you do that? Because I can.
Because America.
Right. And then from there, you start getting up into like your POFs and your BCMs, and then your LWRCs and your Daniels.
Does POF even make a DI one yet?
DI, yeah,
Oh, they
there's
do.
several DIs.
No shit.
And they're just over $1,000. I want to say they're maybe 12-ish starting.
You might as well get an LWRC at that price
Right,
point.
you're right around the LWRC price point. LWRC is a great rifle system right out of the gate.
Beautiful gun.
I want to say it's about $1,500-$1,600. Also department approved. So if you're on Metro and you're looking for a duty rifle, great gun. Comes greatly set up. I mean, just it's awesome. There's like nothing you have to change on that fucking thing. Add an optic, and it's good. Great gun. Can't
Put
say
the
anything
sight
bad
mark
about
on it. Yeah.
it. Jesus. So
Jonas.
no Amazon optics.
It's
You
better
know.
than Amazon.
Wish.com.
I don't know about that. They sell that shit on Amazon, man.
Hey, you know, our buddy Saint Kyle of Kenosha, he took down some people with the sight mark. So,
He didn't even look down the site.
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They should have used this as marketing paper.
Yeah. They probably can now that everything got okayed. And, he's actually getting a lot of money because of all the people that slandered him.
Hell yeah.
So good for him, dude. Good
That's
good for the
right.
Kenosha kid. That kid deserves it. He was in prison and wrongfully for a long time.
Right?
So, that kid definitely went through some shit that he shouldn't have had to. Was he in the wrong spot at the wrong time? Yeah. But he was there for the right intentions. He was there to help people. He wasn't there to hurt anybody. People decided to try to hurt him. And he did what any other person would do, try to protect themselves. So,
I don't know about you, but I don't like it when skateboards come my way.
right. Dude, yeah, I don't want to get fucking hit with a truck,
It's a pound of steel.
Yeah, and swinging at however much, speed, and
Right?
no, I'm good. No, you could die from that.
Oh, yeah.
Blunt force trauma.
Yeah. Yep. So, those are the recommendations we usually have. People come in, hey, what kind of? FN makes a good entry level. We just talked about that. This is a Colt one. Colt does as well. Colt's now owned by CZ.
Sick.
So the Colt should be coming out hopefully with a little bit better, more improved parts. They might the prices might come up a little bit, but
Actually, it's the same price.
is it?
Yeah, they crank them out now.
Do they?
Yeah.
So, AR-15s wise, entry level or regardless, we don't recommend shooting steel rounds through them. Can you? Yeah. Should probably make sure your gun's really lubed, and right. Just because of
It could go in and out easy.
well, there's that, but they tend to get stuck after X amount of 1,000 rounds. Your extractor is going to wear out, and you're going to need to replace it. It's a couple dollars though, and it only takes a few minutes to change, so it's not a big deal. But you will have to replace a part. So that goes with almost every gun, minus AKs. AKs are pretty much designed to run that. So they do have different steels and different alloys and stuff like that because of what they're designed to do. This is designed with other intentions and other things. So it was designed with the brass in mind as far as the steel goes. I mean, yeah, they have military steel rounds and stuff when they started, but they also had issues then too. we learned a lot from that. You know, the earlier years of Vietnam and stuff. So hopefully that answers the shooting steel. Don't really recommend it. Can you do it? Yeah. Do I have steel rounds for it? Sadly, yes. Have I used any of them? No.
Can I have them?
No. Will I have to use them one day? Hopefully I don't have to get to that point. So. Well, okay, we'll get to that part later. Well, that actually adds to that. So, saw many charging handles break from people shooting steel. Yeah, so that comes down to operating your gun. So, an AR-15, this is the charging handle. So, I'm going to come back up. This little thing, and if you're listening to us on Spotify or on Google or on iTunes or wherever, you're probably like, I can't see it. Sorry. So, watch YouTube at however many seconds or minutes we're in. About 20 something?
45:39.
Holy shit, I've been talking about for 45 minutes and I haven't really gotten into anything. So, this is the charging handle. One, you never want to let it just dangle like this. You want to always have it closed up, as they could bend and break. But you want to always pull this thing straight back. So you're going to take this latch that's on the side of it, you're going to grip it firmly, and you're going to pull straight back to the rear all the way until it's done, and then let it go like a slingshot.
Full cycle.
Full cycle. Okay? You are not going to pull up, drag, side to side, whatever. You can't damage your receiver and or your charging handle.
Or
so
bolt too?
Hmm?
Your bolt too?
I mean, not
Kinda.
necessarily. The hole kind of just goes right around the gas key, so it doesn't really do anything to that unless you really mess something up. But it's softer than the gas key is.
Mm-hmm.
The gas key's out of harder steel because of the pressures and stuff and temperature. So, but yeah, no, I know what you mean there, and a lot of it's just from ripping it apart. I'll take that off a steel case from you, I'm sure.
I caught this first.
Right. And then where can you look for the ratings, what your AR-15 can take? As far as that goes, as far as ammo, what you mean, I don't think they have a rating anywhere unless you go to like the manufacturer's website, but I don't think they just tell you the caliber that you can use.
The twist
They'll
rate.
tell you that the twist rate, and if it's chrome, moly, or steel barrel, or stainless steel barrel. So that stuff right there, and again, it's going to go into another depth of whatever. But chrome moly is easier to maintain. Steel is more accurate, but you have to make sure it's lubed and maintain it and stuff. So it can have issues over time if you don't do that properly. And as far as making an entry-level AR at the shop, no, sadly we can't. I mean, we can make...
You could build one.
Yeah, but at the price point, you can almost just buy one, and a decent one for the price point, because when you start building a basic one, the cost on it ends up being more. So,
I would say the lowest that we've built was just over 11, right?
Right. And that was with minimum upgrades.
Exactly.
Because we try not to carry any low-end parts. There was, I don't want to say anything bad about the company because I've heard good things, but they're not in business anymore. ABC Rifles, that were out here.
They're not around no more?
Mm-mm.
What happened?
I don't know, man. They're out of business. So
Oh, shit.
I have no idea what happened. So
I
some
thought they
property
were-
shit.
I thought they were still operating. Oh, shit.
But they had really inexpensive ARs. They were
Yeah.
like $400.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they were all aluminum too. They weren't like the Mill Sports from ATI or anything like that, where they're
They were shootable.
polymer frame. They were shootable, but that's the thing too. I heard a lot of good things. You also hear the bad things though too. So you also got to look at sometimes you do get what you pay for on some things, but for the most part, in a lot of the entry level stuff, it's a good brand. You should be fine. So that's what I feel anyway. My first AR, I built it. You know,
Same.
yeah.
I bought it.
Got a receiver. It was an Anderson receiver. Oh, you can buy an Anderson complete. That's going to be on the paper though too. It was an Anderson lower. A lot of the other stuff was New Frontier stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know it. Oh yeah, New Frontier. That's it. They make it entry level.
They
Yeah,
make
I
entry.
forgot about that.
Yep. I think their stocks are around $1,000. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I think they are department approved, at least in the Southern Nevada agencies.
So they are trying to make just an issued rifle too.
Yeah.
To where all they gotta do is go in there and like, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah.
So, Sean, who runs the manufacturing side, I think now.
Yeah.
When he was in here, he was telling me about that.
But that's not his real name. His real name is McLovin.
McLovin, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've seen him, right, Raul?
I think so. I think I know who you're talking
He
about.
literally looks like McLovin. Yeah.
Is the dude that came the other day?
Whoa. Message automatically held for review, hidden by control permissions. View deleted message?
What?
I didn't.
What did Jim
Oh,
say now?
did I accidentally delete it? I didn't mean to delete it.
Oh, what did we delete?
I got my Facebook jail or
Jim
I got
said that
my-
no, you didn't join us. We bought, or that y'all bought a CMMG that lasted a good while.
Oh, that was Jim's first one. Yeah. And then we,
Yeah.
The
we
rail
gave that to
slides
my
off,
dad.
and Florida assist fell out of police trials. On police trials. What about PSA?
so Palmetto State Armory. That's going to be in our sheets. Where my papers
I
went.
don't think they
So,
are.
they're
I know.
not department approved.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
a thing
no.
about department approved. I like looking for that as a baseline
Right.
myself, just because, you know.
Right. If it's good enough for like our local law enforcement agencies, it should be good enough for you as well.
Exactly.
Not saying that you shouldn't have anything better or whatever, but you know what they're issued, and if they're also relying on their lives for it, and then also using it to save your life, it should be a good weapon system.
Exactly.
So it's not a bad thing. So, let's go. First one. So we have a couple sheets. We'll just go through it. Some of these are going to be repeats, and then we'll just run through this. So the first one's from guns.com. So if you guys were not familiar,
Which one?
The first one.
Best
guns.com one.
AR-15 rifles for beginners.
Yep. Best AR-15 rifles for beginners.
This one, right?
Yep.
Alright.
So,
316 now?
yep. So the Delton 316L, we're just talking about Deltons. MSRP in that model configuration is up to $808. So usually when we get the ones that are right around between the 6 to 7 area.
Yeah, because we usually get the ones with the M-lock rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the sight ready or whatever, optic ready ones.
Yeah.
I try to get those. So again, it's a good entry level system. You can get the ones where they're the optic ready without the A2 with the
Gas block.
yeah, standard style. They just had like a pick rail gas block.
What do you look for in a beginner rifle? Or what components or what features do you...
So mil spec is always the one that everybody throws out as far as the specifications for it. So I'm looking for a mil spec rifle. That term's been used, I think, way too much.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, like the military spec there's such a huge range. So your tolerances are allowed to be like between here and like here. Whereas to get more accuracy and everything else, you want your tolerances to be tight as possible. So depending on the brand and everything else, you're going to have tighter tolerances or looser tolerances, depending on the rifle system and the manufacturer. So mil spec has to fit within that range. There's also another one that's not used as much, and you don't really know it's commercial until you really take off the buttstock, is the commercial spec, which it's not as popular, and there's not much difference. Minus the only thing I've ever seen is the buffer tube
Yeah.
and the buttstock.
Longer, right?
No, it's a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
It's like a couple millimeters thicker, and then it has a slanted end,
on the buffer tube. So when you take off your buttstock, instead of it being 90 degrees, it's gonna have like a slight, like a 45-ish degree.
Unless it was like that old DPMS carbon you did.
Oh my
before.
God! Yeah,
Remember that one? That one was like
Yeah.
it was straight, but I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, I broke that buttstock trying to get it on there. Like, this is stupid. And I just thought maybe it was a really nice firm mating of the buttstock to buffer tube, and I was wrong. So,
It was a modified commercial spec tube.
oh man, yeah,
God.
that was weird. That was really weird. But yeah, so mil spec wise, everybody's gonna usually generally go for that. In any AR configuration, for the most part, and I'm sure there's probably some out there that aren't. They generally, I think, all are mil spec.
For the most part, yeah.
So
Nowadays,
right.
especially post 2010, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back before that, there was more different, or the term commercial and everything else was a little bit more loosely. And most people anymore also will take one of these and put different stuff on it, make it towards their liking. Yeah, the common thing for them, or like a terminology or whatever for ARs is Legos for adults. You could change almost everything on it to fit your needs. Make it a little bit more ergonomic, more comfortable. Because everybody that generally has these is going to be for sports shooting or home defense. So you're going to try to design it around your liking, especially if you're going to rely on it for your life or again for sports shooting.
Personalization.
Yeah. So a lot of people use these for competitions. 3-gun competitions, 2-gun competitions, stuff like that.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Make sure you're not trying to crack through the wall.
Right. Who was that?
About to see. Hold on.
All right. So, check questions really quick. You're good, dude. You're good, dude. If you guys can't hear it, some random beatings outside. Hey, buddy. Come
There
here.
you go, buddy.
Come here. I know.
What?
Come here, dude.
Oh.
Come on. Huh.
Let's just say there's a person out there with a big ass torch, torching cockroaches.
The fuck?
The no guy.
Oh.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
I walk out. You got a
Yeah.
big ass torch. Just
He's one of my people. You good? Yeah, you don't have to question, because they think differently.
You're good, dude.
he did it.
He's probably cooking it, actually. It's
You might. You might be having roasted cockroaches. You never know. Appetizer. So yeah, you're right, Frank. For the most part, most spec lower receivers are are the same, and a lot of times you are paying for the brand. They have different tolerances. Again, they'll fit different stuff differently as far as the parts fit in there. Like drop-in triggers, sometimes are a little tighter, and some of them, some are looser.
Yeah.
So like you could get, I don't want to say anything bad about Anderson, but a lot of times you can just like drop it in there, where like as like a BCM or something like that, you have to kind of like, and you have to press it in. It's not really a drop in; it's more pressing, I guess. So it really depends on the manufacturer and what how they make it. So we talked about Diamondback earlier. So number 2 on theirs is Diamondback, the DB15. MSRP went up to $17.22.
Or DB?
So that's different configurations, though.
Is that like an AR-10?
No, that's just the DB15.
Oh,
I didn't do
Lord.
DB10. I just did
I was
what this
about
said.
to say, wow.
So that ranged from your $600-$700 gun,
Yeah.
which also went up too, by the way,
No, I get it.
to where we used to sell it, to all the way up to $17.22.
Because I think when we originally sold DB15s at the old location, they started at like $560, right? Something like that.
Right.
at the lowest configuration.
Right. We used to sell it around about $600.
And then when they came out with like the bronze Cerakote ones, those went for like $740. I think.
Those were nice too. They're just Cerakoted.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool though. You get a bronze colored gun, and
right.
You know.
And again, these are MSRPs up to that in just that model, and that was only from one of our distributors.
Yeah.
And they go to all of our distributors. Sometimes the MSRP switches based off of their information.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at an MSRP, look at the manufacturer website, and it should be more like that. We do not sell anything. Well, okay, I don't want to say that. Typically, we don't sell anything at MSRP. There's some of them that you can only sell it at MSRP because of that's how it is.
That's the map.
Yeah, that's your manufacturer advertised price. So like Shadow Systems is like that. There was that other one that's in town. They're like a Glockish CZ. I can't remember what it's called.
Glockish CZ.
It had a weird grip on it, kind of squarish stippling, like design. I can't remember the brand name. It was a good gun. I'll probably think of it randomly.
When was that?
They still make it.
It is still made?
I think MSR is one of the main distributors for it.
Oh.
But they're like $800.
Salient.
They're from Salient Arms.
Like the Canic?
Kind of.
Let me see. I'm checking it right now.
Because Salient Arms used to, I don't remember, but they did move their manufacturing out here, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can't remember the brand. But
I remember Shadow Systems,
yeah. So, the M400 tread. Oh, I'm sorry. The next one would be the Ruger AR-556. So then they're top 15 again, right? I think it was top 15 or top 5.
Yeah, freaking what's it called? I remember Nordic Nevada's first AR was the AR-556.
Really?
Still shoots to this day.
Yeah.
And he bought it when it first came out. Literally, I think that was what 2013, maybe, something like that.
Yes.
Amazing gun at its price point at the time. That thing was doing better than Model 1 sales guns.
Right.
Which, not a good baseline, but hey, at the same price, leagues better.
Yes.
Yeah. And Alpha Shooting Sports, those were garbage at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know how they are now.
Hopefully they're okay more.
I know they chamber.
Yeah.
That's...
So, the Ruger AR-556, I want to say, was a 1 in 8 twist. Thank you. Did you find that brand?
Nope.
That's alright. It's not important. I know Dalton owned one of those guns, and I shot it. It shot good.
You said with a square stippling?
Yeah, like a square grip-ish. Like...
Manufactured in town?
Yeah. So, I'll try to look while I'm talking.
It's not like a Laugo Alien or...
Alien comes to mind, but it's not an Alien.
It was the one that's kind of like that... It was based... There was that one gun, the predecessor to it, right? You're saying? And MSR used to carry it. I forget what the hell the name of that gun was. It wasn't an A-Rex, I know that.
No, it's not an A-Rex. They suck.
Archon?
Archon!
I've never touched one.
Yeah, dude, the Archon. Yes, that's what it is. So, why wouldn't that be one of the first ones? Because B&T's first. Fucking ass. Arsenal, obviously, the beginning, because it's MSR.
Yeah.
Archon Type B is the one. And it's still not coming up. And I don't know why. It should have been one of the top ones.
I never entertained the thought of it because it was harder to get those than it was Hudson's.
This one right here?
Yeah. Archon Type B. It's like a CZ-ish Glock.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was easier to get.
$892.
Yeah.
With 45 cents.
Shit, that thing used to be over 1,100.
When it first came out, yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with, you could choose if you want fiber optic, fiber optic sights or night sights.
Oh man, that's a great decision.
Slide finish, black nitride or FDE.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Archon Type B. Thanks, Jim. You're a little
9mm chambering.
I still haven't touched one.
Dude, it's...
Front and rear serrations. AF speed locking mechanism. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Want to do the cool run-of-the-mill
3-stage
Walmart thing and get the
3-stage
what's that
recoil
shit
rod.
called? A palmetto dagger.
Right.
Okay, my bad.
Integrated beaver tail with featured contour to activate tendon in hand for a better grip.
Yeah.
Oversized trigger guard for use with gloved fingers. That's dope. Kind of.
Yeah.
That's cool.
For the guys that want to shoot with gloves, which if you do, that's all you.
You know
Integrated magwell.
what if I want to be different? I want to make a handgun that can take a mitten.
And the magazine is metal, full metal.
Oh, that's cool.
With base plate designed for ergonomic loading with grid pattern for ease of marking.
Jeez.
God damn.
God, that's so worth it.
Check it. It ships with standard 4 15-round magazines.
But I thought it only came with 2 when I was looking at buying them.
4 15-round magazines.
Thanks, Jim.
10-round available.
Jim says, "Shut up," and they go back to entry level AR.
Who wants 10 rounds?
Fuck you.
So, the rear area 5.56. Did I say the MSRP? Up to 1263, depending on the
That's
configuration.
still not that bad.
Well, again, depending on the configuration.
Yeah.
So,
Sort of like Ruger. They try to make an everyman's gun.
yeah.
Affordable price point.
The next one on their list is the M400 Tread. MSRP went up to 1648, depending on the configuration. So,
I get it.
yeah. And again, it depends on configuration. Smith & Wesson was their next one, the M&P Sport 2. That MSRP went up to 1897,
God.
depending on which one you get.
Probably something like match barrel and
Right.
other
They
cool
have some
stuff.
fancy ones.
Cool kid stuff.
The bad part is, and this is why we don't carry those ones, is everybody want, well, why is that one $1,000 more than the $700 one?
And they both still say M&P Sport 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, well,
I get it.
because it has stuff.
They should have made it a different name.
Yeah. Or something.
Like, called it the Core. Like the Core M&P
Yeah.
2.0.
Right.
Right?
But it's also the core M&P 2.0,
Yeah.
where I think it might still be. I just hit Sport 2
Yeah.
in the search. So it might. I didn't even see if it said core or anything.
Yeah.
I was just looking at
They
prices.
should have just called it like the M&P 15 Core. But that's
Right.
just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Smith & Wesson has a lot of different SKUs for a lot of their guns too, and
Right.
it can be a little confusing.
Right. Every variant of a 642.
Right.
And 686.
Right. Next on their list is the Springfield Saint. MSRP went up to 2205.
Those are expensive.
Yeah.
But they start off like at about 1,100, right?
Ish. Yeah, they used to be underneath $1,000.
Is there multiple Saints?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a shit ton of Saints.
There's the Saint Edge, Saint Victor.
That's the thing, depending on what you get.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I know. Edge and Victor.
There's a bunch of Saints.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of Saints.
Yeah.
There's the tear down ones that you could take off the barrel and everything.
I don't even think they make that anymore.
No?
No.
Oh, that
I don't
sucks.
think so. They had a funny muzzle device.
Yeah.
I don't remember what. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was intentionally that way.
The 2205 one was their newer version.
Oh, what?
That space age looking one that was on the Springfield thing.
Oh, that one was the 308 one, though. AR-10 style, right?
No, I don't know. I didn't check the chamber,
Yeah,
I
think
just
that was
typed
the
in
AR-10
Saint.
one. That was the Saint.
but I thought they had
ATX or some shit.
the 2-piece design one now, and that new little I don't know. But yeah, they have a newer version, and it's expensive.
Oh, I get it.
Next on their list was the Wyndham. The Wyndham Weaponry Dissipator M4. That one MSRP was up to $1334.
It's actually not that bad.
Not
I
bad.
think they started at around $680 when they first came out, and you could get them at Walmart.
Yep.
Yeah, and Dick's Sporting Goods.
Right.
Walmart doesn't sell
That-
firearms no more.
Neither of them do.
Neither.
But
They sell ammo still.
You used to be able to get
Oh.
the Wyndham over there at Walmart. Yeah.
I'm surprised they sell ammo.
Right, 2200. What the fuck? Exactly. Thank you.
Well, maybe it comes with a KMR rail. No, I'm just joking.
Right.
Yeah, because they did change it from BCM being their part supplier to B5 on their furniture supplier.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
BCM
rest of it-
did go with them for the first however much, and yeah.
the first gen of Saint line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had good furniture. They had a lot of good things going.
Bushmaster.
They weren't horrible guns. You know, and they were hit or miss, just like almost anything else, though. They just, you either get a good one or a bad one, and it's almost like that with a car. You know, you can go get a car that works, and then the next car doesn't.
Right.
So, you know, it's just how it is sometimes, especially with mass production stuff.
Yeah.
So, so that was guns.com. That was issued this year. I don't remember the date, because it just says our date here when I printed it.
This one right
but-
here? This one, right?
Yeah.
February 15, 2021.
Oh, is that 21? Alright. So, last year.
I mean, it's still. It's changed, but
it's
not
kinda valid.
too much.
Yeah, it's not too much different of what I was saying, though.
So, out of all the brands that we spoke today, which one would you recommend
Well, we still
new
got
person.
other
We still got
lists.
other ones
But-
to go.
Yeah.
right now? Like,
Oh, like in that list?
mm-hmm.
So, if it were me, and
like
I were
for like a friend of yours that
Okay.
I want to buy a start like a beginner one from this list, which one would you recommend?
if I were to buy one from the guns.com list, well, I would either do the Sport 2
Smith and Wesson.
or the 400. The 400 tread.
I get it.
Sig.
So, yeah.
I'm
That
done.
makes sense.
Can't go wrong with either one of those rifles. They both work really well. So, next list is top 10 best AR-15 rifles. Yes. This was from Guns News Daily.
This one doesn't say a date.
Yeah, it doesn't have a date. But that was the thing, is either 21 or 22, all these.
This one, I remember.
Springfield. I mean, they kind of look like the current prices right now, so possibly.
They are pretty, well, the SIG one doesn't even have the right picture. And,
The Saint, that's the approximate starting price. The
Right around
Sport
that,
2, $800 is reasonable.
right around then.
The Daniel Defense, yeah.
Yeah,
Goes in combat, definitely.
right. So, top of their list, AR-556. So, that was the same one we were just talking about. Their price here is $652.99. I want to say it's almost closer to $7, what they are now.
Makes sense.
The next one is on their list is the ATI, or American Tactical Imports AR-15, which they have it listed at $600. And there's a lot of different versions of that too, and they go from really cheap to pretty expensive. If you're going to get an ATI one, I do recommend the aluminum receiver variant.
Yeah, the Mill Sport.
Yes, the Mill Sport. It is the best lowest of the ATIs. So they have the other ones, which are the
The polymer receiver, upper and lower.
and they're okay. I mean,
Good
they
deal.
work.
I think that's the Omni 15 hybrid.
You said
Omni
the
15
you said
hybrids.
I'm looking at them right now. The Omni Hybrid P3,
Sure.
$549.95.
Yeah.
Straight from their website.
So for $50 more,
You get aluminum.
The
It
Mill
should
Sport.
last longer.
The Millsport one is $750.
Oh.
Well, the aluminum.
It's still a little higher than
The
it
other
should be.
the other one is
Yeah.
$699.
Okay.
Which one's $699?
It just says Millsport RIA
Yeah. That's the one.
P3P.
Yeah.
There's
So,
a there's a
about
cheaper
$100
one, the Omni Hybrid Max.
No.
That's that Omni Hybrid.
There's a great
$579.
aluminum end cap
Yeah.
that the threading sometimes, if you're going to upgrade things,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be careful for.
Right.
That's how I
Oh, yeah.
word it.
$499.
Oh, for the Omni? Yeah. So,
Out of
if you
stock.
want a polymer AR, a lot of people run them. You know, there's nothing really wrong with them for, like, especially sport shooting and stuff like that. Is it, like, the best one probably for home defense? Maybe not. As home defense, there's so many different variations and so many different things that can happen. I probably wouldn't trust one.
Definitely don't shoot reloads through it.
Right. Yeah.
Ruger,
Yeah,
Bravo
you can actually
Company.
look at a couple. You sent me that. I was gonna say,
I love that one.
where did I see that? Jonah sent it. Where the gun blew up.
Bruh.
Yeah. The whole receiver set blew up in that thing.
I think you sent it to me too.
Literally. I
Yeah.
think even the stock came off.
We got a
Yeah,
comment from
they-
Frank.
Yeah.
What's the best bang for the buck AR?
Oh, we're still running through the
We're still-
list, guys.
Have patience, Frank.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll buy you a Modelo next time.
Stop picking on Frank.
Damn.
No, Daddy, no!
Right?
Bro, I want to see the replay right there.
I
Hold
miss
Okay.
those memes.
on. Hold on, let me see this. He about to,
So,
he about to throw it. Alright, hold on.
we're watching the
Oh,
window.
shit.
You see his reaction right now?
Oh,
What the fuck?
that's awesome.
I would never hurt you, physically or emotionally. I might eat without you, that's the only thing, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. So,
So.
before we also go on with the rest of this list, the prices are all over the place. So it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. It's just a list of firearms. So, and they're all going to be, it's all mixed. So
Right.
when I start saying some of these names, you're like, that's not an entry level AR. It's probably not.
No.
Wilson
Uh,
Combat?
Right.
It's 2000?
So the next one would be Bravo Company BCM. They actually do make a really decent entry level rifle, and
Still about $1,000 though.
right,
Yeah,
and
like-
great weapon system.
Oh yeah.
Can't see anything wrong with it. So the model they have on here is the Mod 0,
Yeah.
Mod 2, and the Recce 14 and the 16, and their price point they put up here was about $13.40. So that's about average for their lower end ones.
I do say, do not, if you're a hobbyist, do not try to swap that barrel in your own.
Right.
BCM has their own fitment.
Yes, they do.
Very good.
Hate when people bring in BCM parts for me to put them on too, because
I'm gonna start doing that just because
I will beat you with more than a water bottle.
Where?
With the handguard you bring in.
Right, and it won't bend or scratch either. Cerakoting wise, when we were doing it, I hated BCM because their coating was so good. It would take hours to do one handguard. It wouldn't come off.
Fuck, no shit.
Yeah, their coating is something different.
Did not know that.
Arrow was almost like that too. But yeah, BCM, I remember just sitting there just cussing at him. Like, is my spray gun working? You know, I couldn't sandblast
It
off.
wasn't sticking to it.
No, the sandblast. It wouldn't even sandblast off.
Even
Wow.
the little machine that you got.
Yeah, the big red machine over there.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like, is my medium spraying out of there? I put my hand in front, like, yeah, it's hitting it. You know?
Yeah.
You Cerakoted yourself?
I've done that before.
The thing.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's a good thing he always wears his mask.
Yeah. Yeah, always.
Always.
Who needs
PPE.
brain cells? So, the next one on that list is a Wilson Combat.
Whew.
Their price point they put on there is $19.99.95, which is probably whatever.
There was a time we got it for cheaper just because it was on overstock.
Yes, we did have a couple Wilsons
We were
in
so
here.
lucky with that.
That's right. I forgot about those. We don't carry them because they're expensive rifles. But yeah, we had those ones. We got it at a really good price, and we just put them up for the same price as what we,
let me see.
And those were good guns.
The thing that throws me off about the Wilson, though, is the stock. Is the Rogers Super Stock. It's an old school stock.
Yeah, it is.
They have multiples. I'm trying to look at
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to look at a price point for this one, but I don't know what model this one is.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with this stock. It's just it comes from like gun sight scout era.
Fuck it, recon tactical.
Jim, that doesn't even make sense.
What do you say?
HE Vietnamese women.
Huh?
Exactly.
Oh,
Fluted?
I have no
2500.
idea.
Me neither.
No, you're good. No worries.
So from Wilson, they went to the Daniel Defense DDM 4V7 at $1752.99 is their price. Daniel Defense is in Wilson's probably not like an entry level AR, unless you want to just like go in and get something pretty cool right off the bat.
But I remember when they were cheaper.
Yeah, Daniels were
Pre-contract,
right.
military contract, Daniel.
Yeah, they were
They used to come with 2 sets of stocks.
really.
As well. When you bought it, it'll come with 2 sets.
Huh.
It'll come with the clubfoot and the straight stock. Used to be.
Yeah.
So you had your choice once you received it. At like $400 cheaper, but that was in 2013. So. Oh God.
Fuck.
I forget. That was.
Jonas.
Man, I just dated myself again, didn't I?
Jonas.
Maybe.
What?
What?
I just saw what you posted on Facebook
Oh, which one?
when you tagged me.
Hey, you like that?
What'd you put on Facebook?
Oh, I tagged in a Pokemon Go picture of him with my Delly
Ah.
Bird and the Smeargle.
Ah.
Oh. What?
What?
My papa
Does
does
it
not
know?
know.
Oh, you weren't working at a gun store. You were just sitting at the chair.
I
Nah.
have a gun on my head.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's be like,
He knows
my
you
son-
own some.
He's gonna be like, my son turned into a cholo. I'm done.
Cholos have it in their pants. They don't have it on their hip in a holster.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just legit.
You passed the background to get yours.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You have
guys.
gone legit.
Yeah. My bad, guys.
I'm a certified cholo.
Certified cholo. The next one on their list is a LaRue.
That is not the starter AR.
That is not, no.
No.
LaRue rifles are nice. And-
Predator. That's dope.
Yeah. The
What-
Pretard.
Predator.
If you see them in person, you'd be like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah? Let me see.
they're nice."
They're a great weapon. It's very accurate.
You're never gonna find them in person, but
No.
yeah.
No.
Almost everyone that remembers them is like, you gotta be like, you're the cool door kicker in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. LaRue Tactical, man.
Let me see.
Yeah. I don't even think they even have them in distribution ever.
No, I think you have to go direct.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, who's Brittany used for their
22
Oh,
Triarch?
Triarch.
Triarch. It's like
Yeah.
them, I think.
2212
Sure.
for the 16-inch.
Yeah.
For the 18-inch, it's same shit.
Yeah. LaRue, they used to do, they used to only sell some pieces.
Yeah.
Distribution direct. I want to say, what the hell was their popular stuff back then? All I know is there was something with the armadillo and the barrel nut. Is the armadillo itself is a barrel nut wrench or some shit?
Mm.
Oh, I remember, but they used to give those armadillos out every SHOT Show as a keychain, kind of thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, LaRue, probably not an entry level, but it's a good gun.
Yeah.
It's a good built gun. So like Triarch or something like that, right? If you want a gun, you're like, you know what? I want to spend X amount of thousands of dollars. I only want to buy once. Buy once, cry once. And it's the only AR-15 I'm going to buy ever, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to buy one that's built already. Those people make good systems.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking at buying multiple, probably, which you're American, so it's probably going to happen. Or you can buy multiple LaRues. It doesn't matter either.
Yeah.
It's just for me, it's hard to look at a gun that's like that with how I could build one, and the different parts to make it the same, if not better.
Yeah.
So, LaRue makes the best mounting systems in the industry.
Yeah. Yeah, LaRue makes a really good system. So I can't really knock them on anything.
No.
So
they're one of the many AR companies that started off as an aerospace manufacturer.
Yeah.
Like Aero Precision. Aero Precision used to be an aerospace manufacturer. I don't know if they still do. But
yeah, I don't know either. I never asked when I talked to the rep. Wilson also would be like one of those ones I can't really say anything bad about. Besides that, some of the parts that come on it you kind of question because it's a nice gun. Why did it come with a Roger stock, or something like that? BCM would be like the same thing. But Daniel, for example, there's some Daniel stuff that I don't get why people buy it.
Right.
Like buy something different. You're getting it for what? The name, and then maybe the grip and the stock because it has that rubber shit on it. Magpul makes shit too, right?
Yeah,
know, you spent $3,000 on an AR.
Daniel Defense pistol grip.
Yeah,
it feels cheesy.
It feels weird.
The rubber panels onto the.
How much that cost?
What?
Just the grip.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably
and then you could buy it separate.
Probably like 25, 35, so probably something like that.
It comes with the trigger guard most of the time too.
But you could go OG, get the Ergo, or you get the Hogue.
Right. Or even like the Magpul's $25.
Yeah, exactly.
For a K2 Plus or whatever. And
man, I remember when the Pluses were not existent.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It does come with the little loop thing.
It's so tacky looking, but
$34.
See, $34.
No trigger guard. Trigger guard, $34.
Built in? Is it built in with a trigger guard? Right.
You get it with or without.
Yeah, I hate that thing.
Mil Spec Plus.
The build. But or nowadays you get Reptilia, which OEMs parts for Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and their pistol grip's like $17, 18,
right.
22ish.
There's a whole bunch of companies that make parts for ARs, and
right.
so you could really custom tailor an AR for you and make it as good as you want it to.
Yeah.
So, next on their list is the Rock River Arms.
Old school name. Can't go wrong with it.
Right? I think they're in town, aren't they?
No.
I thought Rock River was here.
That's Red Rock. Red Rock was here.
Maybe that's why I get it mixed up.
Rock River is old school.
Yeah.
They're one of the original ones.
Or is it Radical that's here?
Are they really?
I thought one of those two were here.
I don't know about
Radical.
Hold on.
I don't know. But the price they have listed here is $10.65.
That sounds about right.
HQ is in Illinois.
Okay. Rock River has one of the nicest mil-spec triggers. It's like a nice two-stage.
Yeah, the national match.
Trigger. Yeah. And a lot of people would trade the triggers out before they got rid of them.
Oh,
you know, because they couldn't get another nicer mil-spec trigger. They were known for their triggers.
I can believe that.
For a long time. Springfield Armory, the Saint Victor that is on there is $1,100.
Yeah, that's the old variant.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, because that's a BCM-ish thing, right?
Because you could tell by that stock.
Right.
I hate that stock.
Yeah.
You had to squeeze hard just to move it.
B5s are like that, though, too.
They're not as bad as the BCM one.
Yeah. The BCM is tight as shit.
Yeah.
I used to get BCM and B5 mixed up all the time.
Me too.
Because they look similar.
Right?
Yeah, and they always feel almost the same. Like, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want an adjustable stock, don't buy one. If you want a stock that doesn't really move but can maybe move, buy one of those.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. It makes sense.
They're tight.
Yeah.
They're really tight. Yeah, and even like the picture of the SIG on here again, it doesn't even look like a SIG. It looks like, I don't know, maybe some sort of old Colt or something.
Right.
But the M400, and which would be the Tread, they did have an M400 variant a few years back, and those were right around $1,500.
Oof.
Yeah, and then they discontinued those, and then came out with a Tread. So the Tread was supposed to be the entry-level rifle system because they're MCXs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, dude, looking at, say, the price point of like the Wilson and or like the Daniel, or, well, yeah, even one of those guys, because even the LaRue price for that thing's cheap. I don't know which one that is. I don't look at LaRue Tactical, but the MCX is right around $2,000, and it's a piston gun, and it folds, and you can shoot folded.
I like shooting folded. That come from AKs, so.
Yourself or the gun?
Bruh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell was that thing called? Okay, never mind. I'm thinking something else now.
You're good.
Since you said folded and
Yes.
shooting and.
So the next one after that would be the
shit.
MP Sport 2, and
Tried
they say
and true.
$800. So that's about right. Again,
Yeah.
this is Gun News Daily.
Yeah, because this is the optic ready model that you sold 2 of them to that one family.
I sold it to a father and a son.
Ooh.
I felt proud that day.
Woo. Look at you.
Right? I remember that.
I remember, I think it was the son that wanted it, or the
Yup.
dad that wanted it, and then or like vice versa, and they're like, the other one person was like, I want one too, but another one. I'm like, whoa, give me the money. I'm like, give me the money. Boom. I'm like, whoa, shit, my bad. Shit.
Right.
I got you right here.
Shit, we haven't heard from them in a while. I
No.
don't even know what happened to them. I know they want.
They were cool people.
Hey,
I mean, they were Spanish speaking, so, you know.
Yeah.
I get
senor.
it.
So the next one we have
1.5.
is from Gun Digest. I guess it was the options for any budget and buyer's guide 2022. Best
4 months.
AR-15.
4 months out.
Yeah.
So it should be kind of
Not too bad.
relatively.
Yeah, pretty close, right? So the first one on their list is the Sport 2. So
Yep.
again, we're gonna have a lot of similarities.
Yep.
The Ruger AR-556,
Yep.
the Core Low Pro 15 Scout, which again I don't really
I
know
don't
what
even
that
know what the
is.
hell it is.
I have to look that up,
Let me see.
but I tried to look it up on our distributor, but it's probably from somebody special.
Right.
The Delton 316L, we talked about that, around the $600-700 dollar area. The ones we usually try to get
$650.
for the low pro.
Mm-hmm.
How does it look like?
Where's it come from?
Core.
Who's that?
I've never heard of Core. You put it against the camera.
It almost looks like a DPMS or something like that. That's what it looks like.
I remember when DPMS used to be considered like garbage tier. Yeah.
Right?
And it got to the point that I came up with my own version of what DPMS actually stands for. I can't say it on, on YouTube's.
I already know.
And I will say that it has to deal with what this week is, which is Pride Week.
Bruh.
What does the first 2 letters stand for?
Double penetration.
Hell yeah.
So, Deadpool.
Right?
Deadpool.
See?
Yeah.
Like on your hat.
Yeah. That's what awesome looks like. So, the next one on their list is the PSA PA-15, which so when the PSA started coming out, they were garbage, and I have no
No shame.
shame saying it, just because they were, and I think they know.
I
They came
read about it
incomplete
too.
lots of times.
Huh?
They came incomplete lots of times.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my firing pin, retaining pin?
Yes.
We'll send it to you.
At the start, they were asked, but I guess they've gotten better.
I've heard a lot of good things. I know some of them that we've gotten here transferred. They have FN barrels in them, which FN makes one of the better barrels for ARs, cold hammer forged barrels. So they have upgraded parts coming in, and they're at a good price. So I can't say anything bad about them anymore. Besides, I hate you
The rough start.
because you sell more shit than I do.
You know what? It's like when you go to the Walmart neighborhood store market and get the duplex cookies from Great Value instead of the Oreo, even though you want the Oreo.
Yeah.
The bootleg.
You get what I'm getting at? I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
There's
nice.
nothing wrong with store brand, but sometimes you want to treat yourself, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, again they've gotten better. I've actually been looking at getting that AKV from them. You know, the 9mm AK.
Yeah.
Mostly because I want CZ Max for my CZ Scorpion.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like, why don't you just buy more mags for your CZs? Like, because then I can have an AK that's 9mm, and it works. You know, it works really well. And then I could go participate in Red October, which is this month, which I think is this weekend.
Next weekend, I
Is
believe.
it next weekend?
Yeah.
So other than that, I can't participate with them anymore. What if Gatman's going to use one of those AKs that I traded him? Yeah. I should ask him. Which AK are you going to use, buddy?
Yeah.
You going to use that Z-Pap I traded you, or that Sam 7K?
God, the Sam 7K is such a cool gun.
It was a cool gun. It was a cool gun.
That's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
You got a checkmate, right?
I got a checkmate.
Yeah.
Yes. So I could play chess. If not, I could fucking shoot all those pieces.
Damn.
Right?
Right.
You don't even have to sneeze to shoot it. It shoots just by thinking.
Whoa.
Almost.
Legislation.
It's so light.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trigger's
Yeah,
so
some-
well done.
Fucking blue senator somewhere. They're like, the guy shoots itself.
Well, you know,
Right.
some old trims of the P320 did too, but you know, they got fixed.
No. That was if you dropped it at a certain angle and on a certain time of day.
Dude, I saw a video of a guy reholstering that it went off. Like no trigger, no finger on the trigger. It just went off when you reholstered. Boom.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Because I got an original one on my hip right now. And I refuse to get it recalled.
I get it.
Because the trigger is not the same when you get it back. The action, everything is a little different. And I've never had a problem.
Even the slide is different, right?
Yeah.
Internally.
Yeah. They cut the slide a little differently on the inside for the drop safety function of it now. And they were already drop safe. I mean, I don't know how many times I've dropped, kicked, thrown my gun. I mean, it's got some marks on it. The old grip did. I just switched out for the Wilson Combat grip, so.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Still
battle
took it.
scars?
The new one. No, that's good.
So.
Oh, no.
The Wilson Combat grip, I had to modify my old magazines. Because I had the OG 320 mags that had a longer skirt on them. So I had to cut them and file them and make it to where they fit.
Okay.
To meet the newer specifications.
Gotcha.
So that was the worst thing about that. Because those magazines were the OG prices of like $70 a piece. Yeah. So it's like, why do I need to do this? Why am I doing this? Why? Because it was combat.
No, I get it.
Feels better. So yeah, PSA, they have come up, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and good for them. I'm gonna take back the hate you thing. It's cool that they could sell stuff and they make good product now, and it's good for them. They're doing good. So you can't really hate on anybody that's really doing good for them. So if they're making a good product and everything, and they're not screwing anybody over.
they made enough money that they've acquired many legendary names over the pandemic.
They have to.
After Remington had to dissolve, pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much.
So, Radical Firearms, they're okay. Yeah, I'd probably rather around the same boat as a Delton.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
I'd probably have a Delton first, though.
I changed the muzzle device for the homie.
Yeah.
And you ever watch Lord of the Rings?
Which one?
Which one?
Well, you know how they have to climb the mountains of Sauron to drop the ring in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I took off the old muzzle device, they didn't even bother to crown it. It looked like freaking that craggy mountain to climb for. That's why I didn't fully time. Well, no hate. You did. That gun was like $450 at the time.
Right.
So I understand why you did not crown the barrel.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times, too, especially if it's already been shot a lot, I'll find that's carbon.
Oh, this was actual metal.
Oh,
Because I could take a hammer on it and ding.
Oh.
I did that just to check.
Yeah, because I'll get them. They'll have, like, stalagmites of carbon.
Yeah.
You know? So, next one on their list is the Springfield Saint. Okay, again, we're coming up with that one. And the M400 Tread. And then the Bushmaster XM15, which...
I've not seen a Bushmaster
I
in
haven't seen one
distribution.
forever. Right.
Yeah.
And those were good entry-level guns for a long time. The MSRP went up to $15.56, the one I saw. They only had one there on distribution. So, and it was a different one that we would normally carry before, or the ones that would normally be seen, the XM15s. So, the most expensive one on this list would be the M400 Tread. Well, I guess the Bushmaster.
Yeah.
Let me see. How much is it?
But
Who owns Bushmaster now?
I don't know.
Because I know Bushmaster was originally owned by Remington Arms, and which was originally under Freedom Group.
Right.
Because that got dissolved. Because that was owned by Cerberus.
Yeah.
Now Bushmaster now, I don't know who owns them.
I wanted to own one of those.
Optics Ready Carbine, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, XM15.
The ORC.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I would only buy it just because it says Orc.
They don't even say a price.
Oh.
Oh no, do something stupid like hydro dip it in like World of Warcraft or something.
Oh, $800. At least that's sports.
Hey, this was a good show. Thanks, Luis. Thanks for coming in, man.
Oh, hey, Luis.
Hey.
You're on board with us? Oh, shit. I don't see him. Where's he at?
Oh, he was like 3 comments ago.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
So, anybody from Twitch today?
Nothing.
No Italian?
No Italian. dude.
See?
I have it on
Even
multi-stream.
Jim said Delton
Nothing.
before Radical.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
So, and again, these are lists from different places too, and we gave our own list. And the best thing is do your research. You know, don't go off of just one person's thing. Ask a couple people. You know, come into the store, feel a couple things. Go to other stores, feel a couple things. Not every store is going to have everything. And, you know, make the best purchase for yourself. So, that's a
Make
big
sure
thing
you're buying something like
that you want.
that you want, not that someone's recommending you.
Right.
'Cause
So,
what works for one person might not work for another person.
they make as you can see, they make a whole bunch of different types of ARs.
Right.
So,
I still remember that one guy. I think this is like podcast number 1 almost. Height of the pandemic. The guy was like 7 feet tall. Was told that he should buy a Glock 19. And I sized up his hand and I was like, this is a 19? Did not fit. Actually, his bottom 2 fingers could not get on there.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him a Glock 21 and he said, this is perfect. I'm like, yeah, your hands are a little big, sir.
right.
Hey, yo!
Yeah.
Like everybody's hands are bigger than Jonas's.
Right.
Are they really?
I think Calliope's hands are bigger than Jonas's.
Swear.
No,
That's funny.
I think we have joked about it.
She's already palming a basketball.
Right.
It's like,
Just
whoa,
grabbing that shit.
Come down there, Calliope, Kobe.
PSA can be still trash, at least that I see.
Well, again, it's a mass-produced thing, and you can have issues.
Oh,
yeah. The ACR. I wanted that from Bushmaster for the longest time.
Dude, people still talk about the gun.
That's a
The what?
cool gun.
The advanced
ACR.
combat rifle.
From Call of Duty?
No, they made a rifle.
It was real.
Yeah, it's real.
We've seen them shipped in like 3 times at least.
Yeah, we carried it over at Fallout, and they had 2 left.
Did they
I
sell
almost bought
quick?
one. No, they took a little bit. Well, I mean, they were $1,900.
Damn.
That's actually not
So
bad.
it wasn't
though,
bad
for
because they
what
went up.
it
They
is.
went more than that,
Yeah.
and they were good guns. The only thing that really drew back is they were designed to be very what's it called, modular. They
Yeah.
were supposed to be able to switch out barrels real quick and be able to switch calibers and all this other cool stuff.
Like the Robinson Arms.
Right, and
Yeah.
they just never followed through. They all kind of fell apart.
Damn.
So, cool gun for its time.
Yeah.
Really cool gun. Just didn't end up being as what it was going to be. Because Bushmaster made it, and then one other company.
Remington. Remington, it was a Bushmaster Remington collab kind of thing.
Yeah, and then they had the
Yeah.
Magpul version of it. So Magpul made its own
The
little stuff
Masada.
for it.
That was the original gun called the Masada. And then came to IWI Masada.
Right.
Yeah.
So, those were cool guns. Again, they don't make those anymore. So the next one on the list, the last list that we have, is from Pew Pew Tactical. I think he's got his own YouTube page and stuff.
Yeah.
Where I was going to print out. I was just going to hit print, and I'm glad I didn't just hit print enter.
No.
Because it's 108 pages.
God.
What?
Right. And
Holy
but the
crap.
thing is the website you put all this stuff on had links to all his YouTubes where he was talking about certain things. It had a lot of other information about AR parts and different things too. So there's a lot more involved than just ARs, which was pretty cool. So the first one on his list is the Daniel Defense high-end pick. Daniel Defense DD M4 V7, which he put it at $1,730. I don't even remember what the price was on the other one, where $1,752. So again, it depends on where you're looking for the price.
I'm so old, I still have a hard time recommending Daniel just because I remember where they came from.
Yeah,
I would rather still push towards the LWRC.
me too. LWRC is a great gun,
Right?
which is not on any of these lists.
Crazy.
Yeah, at all. No, nothing. So, and then there's other ones too that are good. What was that one company that wanted me to buy rifles from? Not this company.
Trojan?
Not Trojan. Oh no. Not
You
again.
talking about the one from Idaho?
No, yeah, Founding Fathers was nice.
Yeah.
They were actually a good price point for what they were too.
Are they still contacting us finally?
Yeah, he wants to be on the podcast. We got to get him on here.
Shit, we tried to get him on here like a year ago almost, right?
Right.
Or like
No,
8
when we
months.
first started, because he was down
Yeah.
here, we bought a bunch of stuff from him,
Uh-huh.
and he went to a training class, and he was just burned out. Then he had to drive to Idaho that night too.
Oh, God.
So he's like, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, just drive safe.
Oh, I think I remember that day.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, he's on his way, and then he just never
Was
showed
he?
up.
What was that one you're talking about that you're trying to...
I don't remember. I thought it started with a D. Delta Defense? No.
Daniel Defense.
Well,
Daniel Defense.
I know there was that one distributor that tried to sell from Reno or some to us before.
I don't
Remember
remember.
they brought in that modular Glock frame thing, and they're the ones that carry like U.S. optics and stuff.
Those guys.
I forget what the name of the AR was. that
Yeah.
they tried to sell us.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. And Zero Delta.
Zero
Zero
Delta.
Delta.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about their stuff. And they have some decent entry level stuff too. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have multiple names,
yes.
which is interesting.
PSA was the next on their list as far as entry level goes. Great high end pick would be the Recce 16.
Hell yeah.
That would be a high end pick.
Because they also put out the Jack Carbine.
Right.
From Haley Strategic.
Budget pick, it says Smith & Wesson MP Sport 2, which that'd be the budget entry level pick, I would guess, too.
Yeah, this is the one with the Crimson Trace optic on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think they come with Romeo.
No, the Crimson Trace red dot, yeah.
Because Smith & Wesson owns Crimson Trace, so it's under their banner.
That's the exact model I sold that father and son, too, actually.
Yep.
The one
Those
with
are the ones I
Crimson
like
Trace.
to get if we could get them. We usually get them on sale every once in a while, too.
Yep.
So...
what's it called? That Zero Delta?
Yeah.
Unbranded AR, which is the same company, they have one that comes with a Rayton optic.
Yeah.
On the distribution.
Yeah, the Zero Deltas, you can get them with the US optics.
Yeah.
So, and then if you get an LPVO or low power variable optic, you can get a nice setup for entry level prices.
Oh yeah.
You know, like $1,400 with a nice optic.
Exactly.
So I just never bought them because
I get it.
Just never did, and I've never heard anything bad about Zero Delta. So we'll have to give those guys a shot one of these days. Law enforcement pick it has on here is a Colt 6920.
Can't go wrong.
It's
From
on
Colt,
the
you know,
CR. It's the LE. Yeah. Yep. So the next one from that upgraded pick. Okay. The Lead Star Arms Grunt 16-inch.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I know it's weird.
What?
All it is a palmetto with Cerakote.
Really?
That's really what they
That's all
are.
it is?
Well, it is upgraded. It comes with a palmetto premium barrel, but you know, it's that years of Jonas has trust issues.
Oh, because Palmetto?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what kind of keeps you from getting that and looking at that AKV.
The AKV is fine. That one I don't have any problems with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the early runs were bad, but come on, it's when you're the only one in the market putting out that platform,
Right.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
That early shit's gonna be bad.
Right.
Yeah. But,
yeah, and yeah.
but like the product that that they sometimes crank out crap in, I can't. My bad, guys. It's like me trying to recommend in 1999 or 2000, what's it called? A Daewoo Nubira.
Bruh.
Right.
I don't even know if you even seen one in your life. A Daewoo Lanos or Nubira.
I think, maybe.
Bruh, no. I don't think you would have.
I've seen a lot of things.
Right? Like I would have had more faith recommending
I
you.
just thought about that shit right now.
I would have had more faith recommending a Geostorm to someone over a Daewoo Nubira.
Yeah. The 3-cylinder or the 4-cylinder?
4-cylinder, of course.
Yeah. We used to get the 3-cylinders in when I worked at Bob Stahl Chevrolet in La Mesa.
Okay. Oh, that's a Metro, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Metro's 3-cylinder.
So it'd be a Metro 3-cylinder, and we had Geo there because it was GM-ish, and we would get them. It had lack of power uphill, and right. So we had to go like on an off ramp, going, and sure as shit, it wouldn't go up the off ramp. It's fucking 3-cylinder. Add a couple of things to it.
Right.
Get out and push it. Probably go faster.
Dude, I remember during the recession when those things like spiked in popularity. It was like 07, 08, and you'd see people buying Geo Metros for like $7-8 grand just so they could save that much in fuel.
Right? Whatever, Frank. So the KP9 is greater than the AKV. But the KP9 comes with its own mags, though. They're proprietary. So, yeah. Sorry, Frank, your thing's invalid. Get more variations.
That is a popular gun, though.
It's a good gun. I can't say anything bad about that gun.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to talk shit to Frank. So
Yeah, Frank's the homie.
I know Frank's the homie. I threw a bottle at you because of Frank.
Shit.
Hey, Frank. Modelo time or what?
Actually,
time?
Frank, they do sell the KP9 in the full chrome that you're looking for.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, my bad, dog.
The next one on his list says the best AR-15 pistol. I mean, that's kind of putting it out there. They're a little different. It's the Daniel Defense Mark 18.
Everyone only wants a Mark 18 because it's Mark 18.
Because it's Mark 18. Yeah. So it's pretty much what they were issued overseas. I have a Mark 18 clone. Actually built one, and then built another one, which was more actually clone-ish because it has a Delta or Daniel upper. The actual Mark 18 upper.
We said Corona time, and Jim said Lex Odin is the homie. He wants to be in the podcast.
I'm trying to think.
Shut up,
what
Jim.
can I compare
Shut
the
up,
Mark
Jimmy.
18 to? Because since everyone wants it, but not everyone can afford it, but they all want it. Oh, it's the Mark IV Supra.
Man.
The
yeah.
car. Like,
Yeah.
what gun is that?
They just had a Supra thing here in the
Yeah,
city.
Superfest. That's what my buddy came last week.
At my job, fuck it. They had like 4 Supras, 3 black ones and 1 white one.
Nah. You know what the coolest one
And had the OG wing too.
The coolest one make, one model car fest that I remember that used to regularly come into town was the Viper Fest. I love the Viper. You can't get more American than the Viper. It's so unnecessarily
Abrupt.
Oh yeah, gaudy. It's like, why is my exhaust right behind my
Here it sounded way louder.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
like?
That's why I was like, what?
The exhaust notes, the appearance of it, big, burly,
Big ass hood.
yeah. It's just
Nice.
aggressive, straight aggression. And you got the exhaust pipe right there, right where your ass is.
Literally.
Literally, when you get out of a Viper, if you don't step out of it correctly, it hurts.
Yeah. See that. After the Mark 18, so the Mark 18 they have it in like 1967. They're not cheap.
Yeah,
I think they're actually more than that.
yeah.
So
It's because of it's got
and
that
they're
military contract.
never available. So yeah.
That's why when it comes to that, you can actually get the Geisley Federal spec uppers for cheaper than the
Right.
Mark 18 one.
Yeah.
And it's actually a better upper.
Yeah, you could get a Geisley rifle.
Yeah.
So
You could get a Geisley SBR or pistol for the same price
For the
as the
same
Mark
price
18
as Mark
upper.
18.
The upper alone.
it's the name that really sells it.
Exactly.
And that's the only reason why I wanted the Mark 18 upper was because it is the more clone specific.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about the lower.
No, I
You know,
get
the
it.
lower I made better anyway, so
You could always put a palmetto lower on it if you want to.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
We do that as jokes in SAPP, you know.
yeah,
People do that. They'll buy the Mark 18. Ha ha! Look at this on an Anderson lower. Ha ha!
Bruh.
budget Mark 18.
Right.
The next one on their list is the Aero Precision EPC 9. Their price is wrong though, and I want to say that was probably for a piece.
That was for like the receiver set.
Maybe. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably
was
what that
the
is.
receiver set.
Yeah, so I don't know where he got that price from, or if he's like was drinking when he found that.
It didn't even come with the parts kit, which you had to buy separately.
Yeah, you gotta buy everything separately.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is a deconstructed taco era. Remember that? When it was popular? Oh,
I
God.
didn't understand that.
Everything deconstructed.
Right.
Your deconstructed frappe. I don't know.
So their price they put on there was $314. If you're like, wow, that's really good, it's not. Okay, it's not $314.
Shit, I wish.
Yeah, I own a few.
Man, I remember when we first got those in, we couldn't even source the fucking barrel.
We couldn't get half the stuff.
Right?
You know?
But we decided the receiver set.
Yeah. and then we could get parts, and then we couldn't get the receivers, and then it was like going back and forth. I think we still have barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So.
A stack of them.
Let me see how much is their current price.
But they sell them complete too, and they're not cheap. They're like 15-ish, I think.
Right.
Like,
like once all is said and done, you're kind of better off getting something else at this CZ Scorpion.
Yeah, for about that. So yeah, depends if you want an AR platform or not, or something different.
Yeah.
The receiver set is 314.
Yeah, see? And also, you could even get a Vector even as a complete almost, I think, at the time.
You can. So, the last one on their list was the Stag Arms. So...
For left-handed.
Yeah, it says left-handed pick. So Stag Arms, they're one of the few ARs companies that make an affordable left-handed AR. You can get left-handed ARs or left-handed friendly ones and whatever else, but they're usually going to be really expensive. So Stag Arms is a good entry-level AR system.
I think they were the original too.
Yeah. And you can definitely get a left-handed feature. You know what that is ambidextrous controls, and it ejects out the left.
Yeah.
So you have to have a left-handed bolt.
Right.
So if you're like, hey, I got a cool AR-15 or M16 bolt carrier, I'm gonna throw it in this other gun. You put the left-handed one in a right-handed gun. And why is it not ejecting? Because it's hitting the receiver. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of I think it's type 3 failures with that one. Because you're gonna have the brass still in the fucking thing, and then it's trying to load another round. So you get two things trying to go in the same hole. Which sounds like a video that we're not gonna talk about on YouTube.
Never seen that in my life.
Never seen that, really?
Anyway.
Right.
I will say that Stag is one of the few that's imported to Australia.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's fun having an Australian FFL. I don't know what they call it there, but FFL friend.
Right. Their price range that they put is about $11.69. I would say
That's about right.
Yeah. They're always right around that grand area.
You used to be able to get like a non-left hand one for like $7.80.
Yeah.
But that's because you're not as special.
And mass production stuff makes it. You have to retool stuff and get it all ready. So like Calliope the other day I bought Cokes, right? And she's like, why didn't you get the small cans? Like, I like the small cans. I'm gonna buy the small cans, kid. She's like, but I like the small cans. Like, well, learn how to drink the bigger cans,
right?
Because they're cheaper. And why are they cheaper? They're bigger, mass production. And I had to try to explain all that stuff to it. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, she's like, that doesn't make sense. I know. That's how the world works. I don't know what to tell you. So.
Like, doesn't a Colt Mustang cost more than normal 1911?
Probably.
Because even though it's smaller.
Yeah. Right, or at least a basic 1911 from Colt.
Right.
Not a high-end 1911 from Colt. So, really hope this was informative. APC 100% reliable. Palmetto lower over Anderson. Yeah, I would actually agree with that one. Dude, you're just dropping everything.
I am.
And then Stag Arms isn't bad. It isn't a bad gun. So, other than that, like I said, I hope it was informative. I hope that that we covered a lot of stuff. I know that was the exhaust sound. You okay, buddy? You waking up? You're ready to go. If you have questions, if you like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, or I work for a law enforcement agency,
slide in the DMs.
Yeah, email us, get us on Instagram, Facebook.
You get on our Facebook page. I'm making a Discord for our movie nights. I'm in the middle of doing that.
What are we gonna watch?
Everything. I don't know.
Borat.
No. So
I swear they stole the award on best fight scene that year, but they took it away from Borat.
I bet.
Bastards.
I bet.
It would have flown now though,
Right.
especially in Pride Week.
So anyway, thanks Raul for changing it. Well, yeah, our podcast normally is at 7 o'clock ish
Ish.
Thursdays.
Emphasize on the ish.
Right, ish. Live
We started
here
on
on
time
YouTube.
today.
We did
Yeah.
start on time today. We did all right today.
We did a
Surprising.
lot of things before 7.
Right.
Yeah.
So today was a good day. Sometimes we rush a little bit.
You didn't even have to use your AK, right?
Huh?
You said today was a good day.
Yes. All right, Ice Cube. Yes.
It was a good day.
It was a good day. Dude, it's a good song. Yeah, it took me a second. So,
Links are up.
huh?
Links are up.
Thanks, you're up. So, podcast normally every week, 7 o'clock ish. Here live on YouTube, where then we do post it. I didn't post our links last week, so I'm slacking. So I'll have to do
You
this
could
week.
modify it though, right?
What do you mean? I have to cut it and trim it, and then
okay.
do that. Supposedly, and I gotta figure out how I can do that. We could do a video version on Spotify too.
Oh, I've seen advertisements like that.
Right.
I
So
don't know
we
how it
might
works.
do that. I gotta figure out how to do that, and or if I have to have some sort of membership or something too with Spotify. And Rumble, I could also move the stuff over to there too. The thing I don't move Rumble stuff is when I did move Rumble stuff, I had to it like repopulated the video on YouTube like 4 times. So there was some videos I deleted on YouTube where it's like, why do I have 4 or 5 versions of the same thing? And sometimes it would even change the thumbnail automatically. It would just automatically do it. It was weird, and I don't understand how that worked on Rumble. I clicked something probably wrong. It's probably me. So, but yeah. So I might start putting stuff on Rumble too, just cause.
Who else uses Rumble amongst our I guess you could say compatriots, right?
Compatriots, like patrons?
Or like does Gatman and stuff use Rumble or no?
I don't think Gatman uses Rumble. He just started getting on YouTube, but a lot of like the 2A guys have been switching over to Rumble
Yeah.
because they're a little bit more free speechish.
Yeah.
And the bad part about Rumble is you have to have a membership, and depending on your level of membership will allow you to have X amount of uploads and memory stored and so on. So
They're trying to charge you for everything.
they are, and it's nothing against them. It's just like YouTube. Everybody's been using YouTube forever,
Yeah, of course.
so they're still pretty new and everything, and it's gonna be really hard to even justify that. You know, we're almost up to the monetization being able to on the gamer channel, and it's
But
all
you
from
haven't even uploaded anything into the gamer channel.
I haven't
in a while.
uploaded shit
Yeah.
in the gamer channel. I need to actually record
know
our
what you should
PUBG
do?
sessions.
I was about to say that.
So, because I got
So they can see
Streamlabs
me
on my
carry you.
phone. Okay. So, right.
So you can see me with the MVP 10 kills.
Uh-huh.
Is it cross-platform so you can play on PC or anything like that? Or
Not
is it-
when it's cellular or like phone
Yeah.
to console.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do phone to console.
But it could be console to console.
Console to console and
Yeah.
PC separate. So,
Okay,
It's
so it's-
totally different. Like
So it's not
Console and
cross
mobile.
at all.
no.
Yeah. Like Call of Duty was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Call of Duty did something with that, and it was pretty cool how they did it. But you know that could be one of our topics too. One of these days is gun games. You know, and one realistic
SOCOM
and the differences
2.
of them.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
Which one?
I like I think I like the one before the new one, the one that they just released. Not
So they had
Breakpoint.
Wildlands.
Wildlands.
I keep hearing it was good.
Yeah, Wildlands was really good.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah. Yeah.
That game you play in VR.
Oh, yeah.
So, I go way back, and my favorite one ever for shooting games, just for fun, was Battlefield Vietnam.
Battlefield, man, yeah.
Oh, Battlefield's a
old
good game.
Battlefield. The 2042 is trash, and you know it.
I'm mad. I bought
Why?
the expensive version because the trailer looks so good.
It was Battlefield.
They said it was gonna wipe.
Right.
They said it was gonna wipe away Warzone. I think they came
Yeah.
out the same year. Or no, Vanguard. Nope.
No, it was it, and it still hasn't. They haven't fixed anything.
It's getting better though. I seen.
They're gonna kill it off, probably.
Once it gets good, that's when it's But
Too late.
everybody else has been not playing it.
Because that came out when the RTX 3000 series came out, I believe, right? Or just shortly after, when it came to your graphics card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
it came out like right around then. Because
Yeah.
it's already the 4000 series just this week. Literally, just dropped.
You gotta remember, I still don't pick up the PC lingo stuff.
Oh,
So,
no, I get it. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's like, usually Battlefield used to launch a new Battlefield every time a new graphics card family would come out, for the most part. That's how they would do it. Because
Yeah.
it would push the envelope each time.
I love Battlefield 1. Like,
I loved Battlefield 1. There was something
man,
awesome
you catch
about
me with the scout class, the M1903. Oh,
Oh, no shit?
Oh,
You
yeah.
said?
Yeah.
I'll snipe you.
Dude, I used to
Boom.
use the freaking the 1895 with a lever action Mosin, pretty much.
Hell
I used to
yeah.
use the.
That thing was badass.
I didn't like the Martini Henry.
Dude, Bad Company 2, Remington 870, Slug.
Oh, that was me with Battlefield 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love the 870 Slug.
Because you snipe people across the map with a shotgun. It was yeah.
Stay vigilant, isn't that?
Hey, that's Kaylin.
Yeah,
Bruh.
actually,
Welcome, we're ending.
Exactly.
even Slug in Battlefield 1 was badass. Because it was like one of
Yeah.
the only ones you can actually have a red dot on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
100 yards, dead. Anyone.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Anyone
I was
dead.
doing well past 100 yards with the Slug.
Ah.
Like 700 yards.
Well, that means you were probably aiming like 10 feet above them, and it arced
I'm
it.
surprised that game.
I was.
I'm surprised I was good with the sniper.
I do.
I suck with sniping.
I do.
So in Battlefield 1, like they have the little shield that you put, and there's like a little peephole where the sniper looks
Yeah.
through. And I remember I killed someone through that little peephole. It was like, woo, like
Damn.
from mountain to mountain. In
See-
that map where the big old blimp shows up,
Me,
Yep.
I get it.
I got a clip of it too.
I always did support class with like a 4-power optic. This is because I suck with sniping, but I'll shoot the shit out of you with like 30 rounds of a magazine.
Right.
And I'll usually plant my box right next to me. You know, the reload box.
Yeah. The shotgun was awesome. Sniping, I used to love sniping on that because of the bullet drop.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could always figure it out. Once I got my zero, based off of where I was, I could figure out the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. They didn't have windage in that game, which made it nice.
Right.
There was a game, I don't know if you were playing with us on PUBG when I was telling Mike about it. I can't remember who it was from, but it was like Red Dragon something or other. It was realistic. Like, there was wind, it threw your bullet.
What's that game?
It was old. Like PS2, PS3.
What? I could believe PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, because PS2, it was
was
not that
PS3.
smart.
No, it was PS3.
Yeah.
And, okay, yeah, we talked about stag arms. Oh, shit!
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was PS3. And, yeah, it was pretty cool. I gotta remember what game it was, though. Are you okay? The only bad part is people look like ants. Like,
Oh, because you're shooting that far?
but, 50 yards away, they look like ants. So, it was really hard to, like, actually see and shoot people, and they can see and shoot you very well. It did take you X amount of time to get across the map, like realistically.
Oh, okay.
So it was like Test Drive Unlimited, and then there's a couple other racing car games that are like that too.
Is it like that reminds me, I've never played Arma.
Arma's badass.
I keep being told about
it. It is
it.
like that.
Yeah.
Arma 3, dude. That's one of the reasons why I got that piece. I mean, I got it for producing videos.
Of course. No, I
And,
get it. Yeah, no. That's like one of those games, like, no, SAPP has a Discord server where people go on and they'll play Arma still to this day.
Dude, it's a great game. I haven't played that forever, it feels like. So I haven't really played PC. I've been mostly playing these guys.
I get it. It's hard to find cross-platform stuff.
What the?
What?
Yeah, that's your sign,
Yeah, it's been too long.
and it keeps on going.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep on going.
Report.
That's interesting.
There we go. Boom.
Oh, the CMMG? Yeah, that doesn't come up on lots of lists, though. On these lists. My guess is because they're kind of like a smaller company. So, that's why.
Right.
Yeah. They're like a family-owned company. Unlike Smith & Wesson and other big corporate ones. That's why they're not on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm on the list, but...
It's a different list.
Right?
Different list. There we go. One more to report.
Gun video games.
So it might not be a bad idea. We could write up a list and then go through that.
Right? Oh man. Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
It's not a gun game, though.
It's not.
It's not a gun
There's
game.
sniper mode with the Mini 14 in the one mission.
Yeah.
You remember that one? You
Yeah.
had to shoot like 5 people in a short amount of time.
Right? That's true. But, yeah, so I need to upload that stuff one of these days. And to our Spotify stuff, and then we'll figure that stuff out. We need to figure out a topic for next week. So, next week...
I got one.
What?
Video games.
Rifle upgrades.
Rifle upgrades? AR-15 rifle upgrades? Alright.
Or one of the first upgrades you should do, or something like that.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I think Jim brought that up on the messages.
Yeah. So Jim did
entry
bring it up.
level upgrades.
Accessories and where to kind of go from, and that, yeah, we could go into that.
Yeah.
That could get really, really varied too. So that's not a bad idea. And yeah, Buddy's getting restless. We gotta go. Huh? You're gonna start eating people.
Right.
So other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell thingamabobber at the bottom. It helps. And then
The hell just happened to you, boy?
Motherfucker just flew in my eye.
oh, I thought like the ghost in here like put his dick on your face or something.
Oh, no.
So
Anyway,
you have seen it.
thanks for visiting, guys. We'll be live next Thursday, 7-ish.
too bad your camera wasn't on. Somebody would have got the you actually getting poked in the eye by ghost dick. Dude, you went right for your eyeball like ah.
I flew my right one.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh no. Frequent buffering. So, see you guys next week. Thanks again for tuning in, and be safe out there. Later.